And we are officially live. I do feel
Woohoo!
obligated to say hello to all the internet ghosts that live in the remains of the world after the sun has exploded, because the internet never dies.
I don't know our little intro thing.
I usually ad lib it. It is written down somewhere.
Ah, cool. So basically, we like what we do, but we're definitely not pros and are recording from anywhere and everywhere. So technical difficulties may or may not be a thing. We'll hope for the
Correct.
latter.
We also should fill this space with about 5 to 8 minutes of just chit chat while people get on, get through the ads, all of that jazz.
Yep.
Yep, we got at least one in.
We are one, not professional, and two, not valid. No, we're very valid. What are you talking about?
Calm down, Kevin.
Also, if you're looking for characters, they are at the bottom of the map.
I just found them.
Oh yeah, I need to find them.
Casey,
Oh.
want my fun Roll20 hot tip of the day?
Sure.
Hold shift and ping to bring everyone's attention to that point on the map.
Wasn't I the one who told you about that?
You are, but if you're sitting here being like, well, if you're looking for characters,
That's true.
Hot tip with Dallas and Casey.
hot tips.
Haha.
Casey has given me most of my Roll20 hot tips.
Now you know. Oh wow, this is cute. There's even a bell.
Yep.
Is it in the center of town?
Yes, it's a clock tower.
Nice. Where all clock towers should be.
Well, where else would it be?
On the outskirts of town?
For people who may have or may not have seen this map before, there's normally a fire there, I believe.
I've never seen this map before in my life.
Of course not, because there's a bell tower in the middle of town.
Makes it new.
A little polish on that bell tower, I'll be good as new.
Mm.
I'm still officially undecided on the accent for this character. I do not know if I should try to make this character from the American South or give it a Cockney accent like I do all my NPCs.
That's a tough one.
The world is your oyster.
Yeah.
I think you got about 2 minutes to decide that.
We'll figure it out when he starts talking.
Mm,
Surprise!
gonna. How do spells work again?
Magic, generally.
Magic. It's magic. Okay, great.
Oh, it's magic. You know.
Kevin, I'm going to be very worried if you have forgotten how spells work.
I generally remember how spells work.
I was gonna say, in the other life that I know you from, you're a rogue, so you don't have to think about funny
I don't
things.
generally
like
have to think
spells.
about most of them. Nope.
Get that.
Yeah.
All right, Casey. Whenever you're ready, you can cue us in.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to start with introductions by way of our Discord order. Please give your name, character you're playing, and just maybe a little bit about your character.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'll be playing Aurelia Workfurry. Uri is a Tempest cleric. He serves the goddess Umberly, who is the goddess of the sea. She's very devoted to her goddess, so you'll find out more about her in a little bit.
My name is Dallas MacArthur. I will be playing Yoren Jacobs. Private Jacobs has done some time in the military, but primarily has been trained as a doctor, and more specifically as a paramedic. His job is to make sure that everyone leaves the battlefield, limbs optional.
And my name is Kevin. I will be playing Brywin Dapplebelt. He is a gnome wizard and an assistant professor at the local College of Wizardry. He specializes in the field of divination magic, and it's given him a little bit of a complex, so he's not super well liked by his fellow faculty members.
And I'm Casey, for the first time on this channel, being the GM, and I will be playing many other characters, some of which you hopefully recognize tonight.
Important question though, Casey. Do you prefer Game Master, Dungeon Master, or Dice Boss?
This is important. Think carefully.
I usually go on Game Master because I would really like to be a Call of Cthulhu guy, which is technically cheaper. But that's like where I started all my research into RPGs, and then I couldn't find anyone, and so it was like, well, Dungeons and Dragons seems to be popular enough that I can get a group here.
It really is in vogue now. Like, it's what everyone wants to play, and I'm so hyped for it.
Yeah, but why should the players get superpowers? They should be normal people fighting against superpowers. Alright. Anyway, I believe that you guys have been on the trail. You just left a stormy area, had to kind of make a detour, and have come across a small town with a not horrible sign, but kind of novice carved sign that says "Welcome to Duloc" on it, and you are approaching the town center. Pretty small town. What you see before you, there's a man and a market person debating goods right in front of you. There's a woman over on the left just kind of murmuring to herself, and you can see some children out in front of you playing. What would you like to do?
Yoren is going to walk directly into the center of town, pulling a list out of the messenger bag on his hip, and kind of sifting through it. A piece of charcoal is functioning as his pencil. He's looking around the town, hoping that he can find shops for the items on his list.
Seeing you step right into town, this man right here is going to turn around and walk up to you and say, "Oh, hello! Welcome to our town of Duloc. I'm Simon, the mayor. Is there anything that we can help you with?"
Evening, sir. My name is Yoren, or you can call me Jacobs if that's easier. I was looking for a place I could restock my medical supplies. You wouldn't happen to have an apothecary about, would you?
Apothecary?
Someone who sells medicines, herbs, potions if you're lucky.
Well, you might find some of that at the siblings' place, but seems like they're locking up for lunch right now. As he points over to a dwarf and there. Is it doing it? Yep.
It did it.
Awesome. Points to a dwarf up in the northwest part of town, and he looks like he's locking up shop real quick.
Ah, excellent. Everyone's due their breaks. About when should I expect them back from lunch? Vaguely gestures at Sun.
I'd probably say 1:15 or so. They usually stop by the inn. You're more than welcome to join people at the inn.
Could use a bite. I'll have to confer with my companions, though. Thank you. What was your name again?
My name's Simon.
Simon. It's a pleasure. Offers hand for shake.
He reaches out and gives you a hearty handshake. Brywin and Ari, what are you doing?
I think it's seeing this, with Jacobs just kind of charging ahead. Brywin will be up behind him, eventually, and kind of motioning for Ari to come along. And if he's kind of catching the tail end of this conversation, Brywin would probably say, yes, sir. Hello. My name is Brywin, Professor Dapplebelt, from a local wizard college. Yes, I was wondering. I thought I had heard tell of perhaps a library here, or is any sort of tomes or magical books?
We might be able to find some of those. I'd probably say that the person with the best book collection would actually be a kid named Robert. Lives straight up ahead of you. And I don't know if we can see. There's the ping.
Okay. Yes, I might make this Robert's acquaintance then.
Does this Robert fellow not take lunch? Or do you synchronize your lunches so that everyone gets their own?
Robert's more of a homebody. He tends to stick it out himself. And you get the feeling that Simon may be a little bit annoyed with this kid, but
Didn't even have to roll an insight check. I love this. Looks down at Bruin. Well,
Well, if that's, well, thank you very much, good sir. I think I'll go ahead and make his acquaintance and see if he's not too busy to allow me to peruse his collection. I'll be along shortly. He mentions to Jacobs, and then Brywin's going to start heading over to Robert.
all right.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you the mayor?
Yes, I am.
Who-
There's something I can assist you with?
So you would know about this town, yes?
I'm sorry, I missed that last word.
So you would know all about this town, yes?
I would.
Would you happen to know, where is the temple to the goddess Umberly? I need to thank her for my safe passage.
Well, a temple, a whole temple in a town? Like, we have a little shrine on the first floor of the clock tower, but it's not specifically.
Is it specifically dedicated to any other god or goddess?
No. We all kind of use it for our own purposes.
Then that will do. Excuse me now, I'm scanning my face. And I will exit to the bottom of the, you said the bottom of the clock tower, right? You
Yeah.
did say the, okay, yeah, so I will make her way there.
Seeing my companions go in slightly different directions, I kind of look the direction they're going, determine they'll probably be fine and likely won't even burn the town down. Give the mayor a respectful nod, and did he indicate the direction to the inn?
Yes, he would have indicated that the inn is over this way.
I go that direction.
All right. So we will cut back. Let's see here. Gotta grab Yorin. And I did not grab your character, though.
Just make sure that if the other characters are interacting, you do throw my perspective back to where they are, because my perspective is also the audience perspective.
Cool. A good thought that I had not thought about. And we will do that. All right. So you walk in, you see three dwarfs all sitting at a table together. Strikingly similar to the one that you saw closing up shop.
I was about to ask, do they look sibling-ish to the one that was indicated earlier?
Very much so.
Do they by chance like beans?
Practically identical. You see a tiefling sitting kind of by themselves over here. A youngish teenager, probably first job over here by the bar, getting lectured by the barkeep. And an older woman sitting over at a table doing fancy foldings of napkins and silverware.
I walk up to the dwarves and indicate the empty chair. Is this claimed?
Not for at least a couple more minutes.
I spin it around so I can sit in it backwards and lean on the back. Spoke to Mayor out there. He said you gents might have some of these items I need. I'm looking for some clean linen bandages, potions if you have them, and I could use a little bit of thread. I've got good needles, but my thread's running low.
These are the potions we may be able to help out with. We have lots of ingredients for those. Not sure about the others. You said thread and bandages?
Really just any linen textile. I can cut it into the sizes I need.
I'm sure we could find something if you got the money for it.
I've got some money, but not a lot. You said you had ingredients. I am a not ignorant alchemist. You got a shop I could borrow perchance?
Oh yeah, we've got one back at our place. We'll take you there after lunch.
Excellent. What's for lunch?
One of them turns around. Igolda, what's for lunch? And the barkeep looks over and says, "We got your porridge. You know, not too hot, not too cold, just the way you like it. And for dessert, we got some pie." And I think we will cut back real quick. Try to take care of the others. Brywin.
Brywin's going to continue making his way over to Robert, and he'll try and flag him down. Say, yes, Robert? Robert, was it?
Robert looks up from his book that he's reading and says, yes? Can I help you?
Yes, I had gotten your name from the local town mayor. Me and a couple of my companions are passing through the area, and I was wondering if I could take a look at any books. And I was told that your collection was probably the most extensive.
Oh, well, I'd like to read.
Well, certainly. That's wonderful. I was wondering if you had any texts of more the magical variety, perhaps with relating to the events of prophecy or predicting the future or anything that might be related to that.
I don't know about future stuff, but I have some nice books on like monsters and some like Fae is one of my favorite to read about.
Oh,
Do you
excellent.
like those?
Yes, of course. Yes, perhaps we can peruse some of these collections of these documents on the Fae. I'm sure that would make for some wonderful research.
And having someone to talk to, you just see this like grin on his face, and he opens up the door to the carpentry shop and shows you to the back where his room is, and you happen to walk by another.
Yeah, I do want to kind of take a look around and see like what is this shop that I'm being led past.
This is mostly like carpentry stuff. There's benches and like bed frames and bookshelves and just about anything. You see currently he's in work of, or whoever's in charge of this is working on like a wine cellar, or not wine cellar, but like a wine holder that you might find in a wine cellar.
Like a rack for casks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah. And as you're walking through the shop and then back into the house portion, you notice another man who's sitting on a chair, who turns around and says, "What, Robert? You got a friend? Are you here for lunch?" I'm Liza. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm Brywin Dapplebelter, professor at a local college. I was told that is this your son?
Yes.
Yes, well, I was told that your son had a rather extensive book collection, and I was interested in perhaps perusing it.
Oh, yeah. He's smartest boy in town. I would get up to shake your hand, but... And he kind of gestures down at his leg, which is wrapped up, and you can, like, see blood coming through, and... Like, it's not a pretty sight. This guy's been fairly seriously injured recently.
Oh goodness. Perhaps I should run and grab my friend. That looks like a fairly serious wound.
Yeah, I got bit by a wolf this morning. Got wrapped up. Doctor should be here, and let's see, it's Tuesday. Probably the next 3 or 4 days.
Oh gracious! I don't think you can wait that long. I'm not really versed in medical charms myself, but perhaps I can get some assistance for you. I happen to have a friend who is very well versed in first aid.
Well, if you do, that would be great.
Robert, I'm afraid that my perusal of your collection is going to have to wait for just a moment. It appears that your father's been seriously injured, and that wound needs tending to.
Okay. Well, I'll go see about trying to find some of the books for you then. And Robert, oh, go ahead.
Okay, do I notice anything weird about, like, is this just like a common thing, or is this being, treated with the, appropriate severity, weight of the situation? Is this odd, or is this just a thing about living in a village this far out?
This is mainly living in a village this far out. They don't really have anyone with any medical knowledge, so they just kind of do what they can until the doctor arrives, and hopefully it works out.
Okay. Well, at that, Brywin's going to
Being
head.
from a city, you would know that this would constitute like an emergency room visit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I assumed. If his leg's been like bandaged up and it's still bleeding through from this morning. Yeah. So Brywin will take off back through the shop and look toward where if the mayor had mentioned that the tavern was over there, he's going to head back in that direction. Actually.
All right. Ari.
Ari has given her thanks to the goddess Umberly and looks at the clock and notices that it's pretty well time for the noon meal. So she will
As you turn around to head outside, you see a little head poking in, watching you.
yeah. Who are you?
Oh, my name's Mary.
Hi, Mary.
What were you doing?
Oh, I was praying. I was giving thanks to the goddess Umberly. But
Umberly?
yes, yes. Umberly is the goddess of the sea. Do you pray to a god or goddess?
A little bit. My dad, he says Shantia is our friend. But I'm really good at finding things.
Umberly is better at storms, wind, weather, things like that. I don't know, but I try.
Well, if she's good at finding things, could you ask her to find my? Could you ask her to find my goat?
I will definitely put up a petition for your goat. 1 moment. And she goes back into the temple to pray for the child's goat, for Mary's goat. When she comes back out, is Mary still there?
Yeah. She's very curious about what you're doing, so it's like she's kept her eye on you.
Okay, Mary. Hopefully the goddess Umberly hears my prayers and helps you find your goat.
Go ahead and make a religion check.
Oh, okay.
We'll have our first check of the night.
Yay!
I see from Twitch saying that I don't do enough checks, so.
I don't know if that's the message you should pull out of the Twitch chat.
Okay.
Okay.
It's iffy.
6 is a number. You definitely prayed to your goddess.
I did. I did what I said I would do, or she did.
It is a number that is above 1, in fact.
And it is not 1.
Yep. Okay, you're good. And so you're headed off.
No,
Oh.
no, do you know where I might find food?
Oh yeah, lots of people are having lunch over at the tavern. And she points you off to the right.
So that's the building the mayor was talking about. Thank you, Mary. I hope we shall meet again, if the goddess permits.
Okay.
And she just saunters off to the tavern.
Yeah, Mary kind of saunters off back to her friends, and you kind of hear her going, Humberly. Humberly. As you and Brywin make your way back to the tavern, Simon notices you guys heading that way and will join you. And I need to grab your characters real quick.
Oh, hello,
Stand by
Simon.
for transport.
Yep.
One of these days, I will run a Star Trek game where I can actually make those jokes and it's in character.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Hey.
So you guys walk in, you see about the same situation going on. Ryder has gone over to the back and picked up some food and is delivering it to tables. And Simon calls out, Golda, you see the 3 new people? It's on me today. Treat our guests nice. And heads out the door.
Jacobs looks around at the noise. Oh, good eye. Other places didn't serve lunch.
Oh, this was the one that Charlie told me that people eat here. So here I am. How's the food, Jacobs?
I only caught about half of what you said. I apologize.
Okay, sorry. Where you want me to start over?
Please.
Well, Charlie told me this was where people eat. So, how's the food, Jacobs?
Well, I haven't gotten any food yet, but it smells lovely.
Ryder just set down the porridge in front of you.
Oh, there you go. Digs in.
At that, Brywin will make his way over to Jacobs and say, yes, well, Jacobs, we do have, there is a bit of an issue. That boy Robert, his father, he works as a carpenter, I believe. He seems to have suffered an injury, a wolf bite from this morning, and he's very badly injured.
I'd think that the worst thing a carpenter would run into would be a saw, not a wolf. Did you hear what happened? Actively wiping mouth with napkin and standing up.
I'm not sure.
With that, you hear the tiefling pipe up, who's carrying 3 closed bowls of porridge, and says, that's because I'm the carpenter. My husband is the lumberjack. He goes out and finds the wood.
Ah, yes, well, I seem to have gotten the roles confused, but yes, I met your son earlier. A lovely boy. I had intended to peruse his book collection with him, and I came in and noticed that your husband had suffered a pretty grievous injury.
Yes, he went out to cut wood like he normally does, but came barely limping, I'd say, back.
Jacobs already has the door open and is leaving.
Oh
There is
my
a patient.
goodness. I'll watch your food.
Yeah, with that, Henry would follow you to show you where it is.
Shouting over my shoulder very briefly. Alright, if any of my food is missing, I will hold you personally responsible.
Don't worry, it will not be here. Maybe.
I suppose it has been a bit since I've had a spot of lunch, and I know I'm certainly perfectly useless on an empty stomach, so I may as well try to enjoy some food while I'm here.
You can hurt Jacobs.
And incur his wrath? No, I don't believe I'll be doing that today.
Something, never tick off your healer.
Yeah.
It's okay. Ari's a cleric too.
This is
Right.
true.
It is.
So are you getting food?
Brywin will probably sit. He knows there's nothing he can do, and he kind of hadn't noticed. He'd been in such a rush to, get the meaning of the town out of the way that he hadn't thought about, trying to eat or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He often forgets this.
I do have to ask, Bruin, if we have adventured before, would Jacobs know whether or not you know any fire cantrips?
Probably, and the answer is yes.
Then in the same breath that he yelled over his shoulder for Ari to not eat his food, he would have yelled, "What are you doing, Bruin? I need you with the patient."
Of course. Gosh.
Don't worry, Bruin. I'll watch your food too.
Thank you. Don't know how much of a mood I'll be in to eat it. These things always make my stomach churn. Hate tending to wounds. And he'll go to follow.
All right. Ari, what are you doing?
Ari is. Does the counter have any sort of, or is the waiter or waitress just standing right there?
This is the barkeep.
The barkeep.
Welcome to talk to her. There's a waiter over here and another staff worker over here.
Okay. Pardon me, Richard. Right? Yes?
Yes?
Would you happen to have a spare bowl of porridge available?
Well, wait, we could probably make one. If...
That would be lovely.
And he goes, heads to the back, but stops briefly to talk to this woman over here before heading into the back. This woman comes over to you and says, "Ah, yes, we're so glad to have you with us today. My name's Jezebel. But we will get your food out very shortly. It's always a pleasure to have a guest of the mayor."
Thank you, Jezebel. The establishment is lovely. Quite cozy, actually.
You'll have to excuse Ryder. He's pretty new, so he gets nervous whenever there's new people around.
I was wondering. He'll gain all the experience he needs in no time.
Yes, that's what we all tell him. Hopefully he'll learn it a little bit quicker. It's been almost 3 months.
No.
And we are going to cut back. I think I left tokens kind of over there. Yep.
Okay.
Jacobs is briskly walking across the square towards the building that Bruin had been in.
And Bruin's on his heels.
On whose heels? Your heels or my
On
heels?
on Jacob's heels as fast as he can. You know, he's kind of short.
Polite knock at the door. Is the door ajar or closed?
Yeah, it's a shop. It's open.
Excellent. So knocking while walking in.
Yes, he was just in at the back.
Good day. I heard there was a patient in here. Needed some medical attention.
Yeah, background here. Doctor?
Private Dr. Jacobs. Aye, mate. Whatever suits your fancy.
Private Dr. Jacobs, mate.
Excellent. Now then, tell me very carefully what happened, as many details as you remember. While he's talking, I'm going to begin unwrapping the leg.
Well, I was going out just like I usually do. Got my axe on me. About halfway there, though, this giant wolf came out of nowhere. Just appeared, started chasing me down. Got a good bite on my leg. Got him to run off after knocking him in the head with the axe a couple times. Nearly thought he was going to take my leg, though.
Good, good. This wolf, any foaming at the mouth? Any visible wounds on him?
He had a pretty good scratch on the nose after caught him with the axe once real good.
Oh, I mean, not the ones that you gave him. I'm sure the ones you gave him were right perfect. I'm looking for anything that indicates some infection.
You know, now that you say something about it, it was immaculate.
You
Having-
mentioned. Oh,
Like,
You first.
didn't... Oh, go ahead. Kevin.
oh, me. Okay. Bruin would ask. You mentioned a large wolf. Just how large are we talking?
Well, and he kind of holds his hand up to his head and raises it up and raises it up. Says, probably 1.5, twice my size, somewhere around there. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell whenever you're comparing height to, like, length.
Looking this person up and down, how large are they compared to the normal human?
He's a pretty good-sized human. Like, probably right around 6 feet. Pretty beefy, so...
Having unwrapped the leg, in what I seen, consistent with his story, a pretty solid bite.
It is a very solid bite. Looks like it may have gotten him twice. Like, after getting knocked once, probably let go and tried again. You can also tell that there's probably some damage to some tendons and stuff from being pulled and overstretched.
Excellent. So, presumably I have some vinegar in my medical pack, but first I'm going to look up at this gentleman and be like, mate, you got any alcohol on the premises?
Probably. Hey. Oh shoot, I didn't grab Henry, did I?
Henry?
Tiefling.
The tiefling from the bar that followed.
Yeah, the one who was following
The one who
close
was
in hand.
following.
And put him on the right layer. There we go.
It's all about layers.
Henry, can you go get this gentleman some alcohol?
Shouldn't need much, just a cup or two. Gotta clean the wound and my instruments, you understand? Bruin, beyond your professional opinion, which I'm always looking for, you think you can conjure up a little bit of fire for me? I'd really like to have my dagger as pure as possible before I start cutting this open.
Certainly. I'll look to if there's any sort of like fireplace or something. I will look to I have firebolt.
Boom! I hold my dagger up like back and away from my face and everyone else's, because I would know which spell he has.
Yeah, you can definitely find a fireplace in this house.
Yeah.
They don't have
yeah.
central heat and air, so they
Yeah,
gotta keep
and
warm in the winter.
I imagine there's plenty of wood scraps around to kind of form into a meek little kind of a nice fire, something that'll catch, and then cast firebolt on it.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and make that attack roll. Just see how well
Here
this
we go.
Fantastic. Love to hear it. Let me turn off the. Where's the? I'm looking for the toggle. I'll find it later.
The auto advantage, it's deep
Yeah,
under
it's-
settings.
Yeah, somewhere. It's okay. So it's a 15.
Oh, yeah.
First roll.
Yeah, you can definitely get a good fire going.
Yeah.
You've worked fire many times before.
Yeah.
Henry returns with a full cup of alcohol, and
Is it clear alcohol or is it like a brandy or whiskey?
it's definitely clear. It's not quite colorless.
Okay, so probably a root alcohol then. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Utilizing the alcohol and a clean cloth out of my bag, I carefully begin cleaning the wound. Then I wave Bruin over, and assuming he comes over and holds the fire out, I hold my dagger over it for a few long moments, and then carefully I start kind of poking at the wound. I'm looking for any sort of major discoloration or specific source of bleeding, like a main vein or artery had been punctured.
It's like it got pretty close. Like it probably was scraped, but nothing was majorly punctured. Like he's not going to die in the next couple minutes.
Excellent. You mentioned some tendon damage. Do I know whether like tendons were actually severed or if they've just been pulled out of place and or stretched?
Judging by if you ask him to like move and stuff, he has a very limited range of motion right now with his legs.
Okay.
So like everything is probably still attached.
Excellent. In that case, I'm going to clean one of my needles through the same procedure that I used to clean my dagger, and use the last of my thread, unfortunately, to attempt to sew the major cuts back together at skin level, and then bind the wound. And by doing so, I would like to use one charge of my healer's kit to restore some hit points to this fine gentleman.
All right, then you don't even have to roll medicine for that.
Okay. That is 10 hit points restored.
All right. At this point in time, Brywin, you've pretty much done your job.
Brywin is wondering one thing. The indicated size that he had for a wolf, do wolves, like normal wolves, get to that size, or would it have to be a magical wolf?
It would definitely have to be an abnormal wolf at best.
Hmm. He probably would have just like an open question either to Henry or I don't actually know what this gentleman's name is. Other gentleman.
Oh, sorry. And he kind of gives a little grunt with the alcohol and the poking brine. My name's Liza, by the way.
Got it. Well, he'll probably pose this to both to Liza and to Henry. Where precisely were you looking for wood?
Uh, just about 45 minutes, hour north of here.
Hmm. Yes, and have you ever seen a wolf that size?
Not in my lifetime.
Hmm.
Planning a hunt, Dapplebelt?
I'd like more information.
That's not a no, and that concerns me.
he'll he'll probably Ruin will probably like take out his pipe, light it, and kind of be stewing over that for a moment.
All right. Let's cut back to Natalie real quick. Ari, Ryder has come out and hands you your porridge. Says, I hope you like this.
Ah, thank you kindly. I'm sure I will. My companions won't get to eat their delicious food though. So I'm just going to watch it for them for now.
Yeah, I saw that the other one hadn't gotten anything, so I brought a second one too. Here, and puts it down and darts off back into the kitchen again.
Lad. Well, if they never come back, that's all for me.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
All right, so while you're eating your nice made porridge and stuff, you hear the siblings behind you talking. And they're kind of using a little bit of hushed tones, but can also tell that they're not super hushed about things. And they're like, "Did you hear someone broke into the mayor's last night? Yeah, completely wrecked his basement. He's claiming it's kids, but I heard most of them were at home last night."
Or they just whispered to herself.
I didn't hear what you whispered to yourself, but
Because she whispered to herself.
yeah.
She's just jotting these things down in her memory and playing them through her mind, wondering what could have broken into the mayor's house. And she turns around and goes, "Excuse me, do you know about what time that occurred?"
This this one looks really embarrassed that he was caught jabbing about other people's business, but says, "Well, we don't know what time. Just last night at some point in time, I'd assume." Mayor said that he went down there to get some wine out for later, and it was just a mess. stuff thrown everywhere. It said nothing was stolen, though.
Nothing was stolen. That's good. At least his stuff has his fiddles in line. With the damage, it was just items strewn about the place. Nothing was like it was destroyed. There were no holes in the walls or ceilings or any of that.
I'm afraid to say that all I got is rumors that I've heard from round, so if you need to know more, you should probably be asking the mayor himself.
I right. That's pretty well.
I'm sorry, you kind of faded out there.
Yes. She said, yes, you're probably right. Could you tell me where the mayor lives?
He lives up on the northwest side of town, but he's usually out and about running around.
Yes, I do believe I recall he actually met us at the entrance of town when we arrived. Actually, he directed me to your fine little temple. I did enjoy praying there. It's such a lovely town. Do events like this happen often?
No, this is usually a very peaceful town.
Huh. Then
We
I
all
like
get along. We have good food.
good. It must have been an accident. Really, excuse me. Whispers to herself, like, I wonder what god they pissed off. And then she gets back to her food.
All right. And cut back over here. Brywin, you feel a little tug at your robe while you're thinking.
I'll turn to address it.
Oh, here's some books that I thought you might like.
I'll look over to Jacobs to see if he needs any help, but it sounds to me like my purpose here is mostly served.
Jacobs is just putting the final binding on the wound and giving the usual instructions of, now you take it light on that leg for about a week.
Yep.
A week?
Aye, and don't fuss about it. You want full use of that back, you want to be able to haul lumber like you're used to, you take a week.
Henry turns to you and says, we'll make sure he does that.
Thank you. That's the best any medical officer can ask for.
Bruin will turn to Robert and take a look at his collection.
All right, and he pulled out about everything that he had on the Fae and the Fae Wilds, and one book that you do find interesting is that this town of Duloc is actually mentioned in one of the books as supposing having been like a Fae crossover area.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
A lot of character, but oh boy. Here we go.
I did mention that my character always has a crossbow on his hip, right?
So you intentionally go to these places.
You know,
Yes,
man, wherever the trouble is, wherever people getting chopped up, we're there to sew them back together.
Bruin will probably look at that tome a little bit more intently. Are there any other like titles that he recognizes and just wants to make sure? I'm like these are actual like um, you know, he's probably more interested in like proper academic books and not not like children's stories or anything like that.
Yeah, most of what you're finding in his collection. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Sure,
Well, we'll do that.
sure. Yeah, I'll kind of take a look and see what else. Oh, I nat one it.
Oh,
Yeah,
first
so-
that one of the game.
Probably
Gotta
should
get
have had you do that beforehand.
It'll shelf falls on me. No, I won't give you ideas.
Nah. So yeah, like for a town this small, you're kind of surprised that he has some of these books, but there's nothing in there that you haven't read 100 times over.
Yeah. A very interesting collection, Robert. This tome, and he will mention the one that that mentions Duloc in it, has a mention of your town in it. Is this related to your history, or what do you think of this? My enterprising young scholar?
I really liked it because it makes it seem like this place is actually important for some reason or another,
Hmm.
and kind of gives an eye roll.
Would you mind if I borrowed this for just a bit? I intend to return it to you within a day.
Sure. That would be okay. Uh, where did you say you're from?
Uh, gosh, golly gee.
What an
Pretty
interesting
proud.
name for a town.
what an interesting.
Right?
Yeah. Casey, can you give me a little bit of a hand here with what like a pretty big city that's probably reasonably nearby?
Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Fantastic. We're
Dang.
going with it.
All right.
Yes. Well, I am actually an assistant professor at the Wizarding College at the local city, Scots on Dale. It's on the Dale River.
So you're from the big city?
Yes, yes.
Do they have like an actual library there?
No, they've got several.
I'll have to go there someday. But yes, please feel free to borrow if you think that it would help you.
Thank you. I think it's perhaps a very interesting tome and gives a lot of local history that I might be more interested than I thought I was. And with that, I'll probably thank Robert and thank his parents and step out.
All right.
I am following my short friend.
Bruin is probably reading over some more of this about Duloc perhaps being connected to the Fae.
Okay. Go ahead and if you're reading and walking, yours will be at disadvantage, but please make a perception check.
Okay.
Was the implication that you
Or
would
a
like
nature check.
Jacobs to make a perception check as well?
Yes.
My perception and my nature are the same. Am I going to get different information if I roll one or the other?
No.
Okay.
And I am not paying attention, so I get a 4.
I was going to say, I've got a 22 on that.
I'm
Yeah.
reading and walking.
Jacobs, you notice that up in the sky, there are telltale signs of a storm fairly similar to the ones that you guys escaped from earlier today starting to brew. And you also notice that Simon is walking around to different people, not super panicked, but definitely urgently moving
Hey.
around.
Bruin, you smell that?
Smell what?
It smells like rain.
If Jacob's at that, he'll probably look up, and if he sees this, he'll probably say, "Oh, gracious, not again! How many times are we going to have to escape this? I thought we had left it behind us."
Jacobs walks up to the mayor. Simon, you look to be in a bit of a startle. You got somewhere we can maybe board for the night? I'm not a fan of walking in the rain myself.
Yes, of course. We take care of all of our guests, especially if you're here to stay the night. Goldie's is a wonderful place to stay.
Oh, well, we're about to have lunch. Perfect.
Yes. They are our one-stop shop for many visitors. But please, if I won't trouble you too much, if you happen to see a red-haired child, about probably rib-long hair, could you please send her home? She's a bit adventurous at times.
I didn't expect to be going out much, but if I do see her in the tavern or whatnot, I'll send her your way.
Thank you very much.
Of course, Governor.
Well, I'm going to take cover from the storm, as I suggest you do too.
Doff of the hats.
And you can tell that many of the people are starting to take cover.
I was about to say, Bruin, if you're not coming, Jacobs is going to come back and collect you.
Yeah, no. As soon as he saw rain, he started headed toward the tavern.
Tut tut, looks like rain.
And we will go back to the tavern. Where this fine young man has just brought out a pies around.
Pies. Wow.
And Ari, as he hands you your pie, you notice that there is a hole in the top of it.
Oh. This is different.
Yes, it's my signature pie. It makes sure that the ingredients are cooked properly in there.
Oh, interesting. I'm not nearly as disappointed now. It looks lovely. Thank you. By the way, what flavor is it?
What?
What flavor of pie is it?
It's my favorite. I make it year-round. It's a Christmas pie.
Only other good things are in this pie. What a delight. You got smells upon us. Thank you.
Well, if you ever want it again, just remember the name of Jack.
Jack. I certainly shall, Jack the Vicar. Oh, Roberts. Jacobs. My gosh, how did I confuse Roberts with Jacobs?
It's okay. No hard feelings. Jacobs would very much like to investigate the table and see if his porridge is still there.
Your porridge is still there.
Well, actually, yes, it is, because I actually didn't move it.
Sitting back down in the same chair in the same fashion as before, take spoon, dig in.
Wait, Jacob, your porridge is cold.
But
It-
is it?
Giving a sassy eyebrow and maintaining eye contact with my companion, Jacobs moves the spoon dramatically into his mouth.
Hey, it wasn't my fault you took too long.
Is the porridge cold? I have to know.
The porridge is not cold. It's just as promised.
Ha! This is a magical place.
Is it magical? Ori, could you please make a perception check
Yes.
for while you were
For magic?
eating?
Okay.
Yes, it is definitely magic. I promise you, Golda did not come out and switch out the bowls like 3 times while you were eating.
I'd rather score that one for food.
Wow.
Well, maybe not. What if it's poisoned, right?
The crit fails are strong in this group.
Happens.
Great. Go
Um,
ahead, eat your magical porridge.
Will, thank you. It tastes delightful. Compliments to the chef.
Just missed. His name's Jack, by the way.
I'm not eating pie.
Oh, well, doesn't Jack make the porridge too?
Looks around at dwarves who are locals for an answer.
Nah, the porridge is all Golda.
Golda. My apologies. Golda. Consult Golda.
As you are mentioning the dwarves, they're starting to stand up. Like, oh, it's time to get back to work. It's good having you guys here.
I am officially out of thread. I could definitely use some if you have it. I'll pay a coin for it. It's no trouble.
Well, we'll see what we can find in our shop for you.
Appreciate it.
And as he's about to open the door, you guys hear, or Brywin, right?
whichever. We're going back and forth. He probably.
Okay. Brywin, could you, or what were you doing during this?
I was probably going to like grab my porridge and I was going to go like find a seat, maybe over here towards by the fire, and like eat my porridge and read the book.
All right. Sounds good. Like I said, you've probably read this book before, but it brings back some memories of reading it.
Yeah.
Have that knowledge close to the front of the head versus the back.
Right. Yeah.
So you guys are eating. Dwarfs are getting ready to go. They go up and pay and start heading out. And you guys hear a loud crashing sound, as well as a slightly higher pitched scream come from outside.
Oh dear.
Or jumps.
With a
What
sigh,
is that?
I set the spoon down, stand up again. Never get to eat in this line of work.
I'm coming with you this time.
Help yourself.
Robin can come too if he wants.
I get the feeling that I don't have much of a choice in this. And he'll, like,
You don't,
No,
because I'm
stay
no good
here.
with fire.
Let people die.
I'll never hear the end of it from you two if I do. And he stuffs the book back in his bag, sets the porridge down, and
What direction
Move.
did the sound come from?
It came from the center of town.
Heading that
Area.
way and casually loading a bolt in the crossbow. You
All
know,
right.
just in case.
You're frightening the locals, Jacobs.
They sound to be already frightened.
Anyone else doing anything as you head out the doors?
If Jacobs is loading his crossbow, I'd probably better pull out the old spell book, dust it off.
Uri has her hand on her mace.
All right. And you guys open the door to see a huge wave of water crashing through town. And there is a probably 12, 13-year-old redhead girl who gets caught up in it and just slammed against the clock tower. And along with that, you also see a rather large... Oh no, it's loading. Spider coming in with the water.
Oh, why did it have to be spiders? This is going to fuel my nightmares. Thank you.
And with that, I think we will roll initiative, but we're also getting close enough to our time that we may just call it a little bit early.
Calling
Well,
for
not
break.
calling it a night, calling
Yes.
our 10-minute break.
Calling for 10-minute
Oh, okay,
break.
okay. I was like, what? This is shorter than I expected.
This is a short adventure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tired, guys.
I'm gonna clock out.
Energy spent.
I
Time to go to bed.
completely forgot to show off character art at the beginning. Can we real quickly flip through, introduce our characters again, and I'm going to actually show the audience the art as we say who we are. So do you want to start, Natalie?
Yeah, I'm Aurelia. She goes by Ari most of the time, and you will find as in this episode, I accidentally do call her Aurelie. So, you know, one of those names is gonna be fine. Ari is a Tempest cleric. She's kind of a bit of an oddball. Very much so. Has her own ideas of things, and just kind of nonchalant about most things. Most people don't pay her any mind. They did growing up. She had the most reddish color hair, which is naturally blue, and crimson eyes, like irises. So most people didn't pay her any mind growing up either. Is this where I tell more about her?
No, I think what you've said is fine. Mostly just reminding people what voice goes to what character and giving them a picture to go with it. Then I'm playing Yoren Jacobs, or Private Jacobs, who is by class actually a rogue, but definitely built to be a medic. So we'll see how that works out in the long run. And yeah, that's all I've got. Apparently, he also has an Australian accent that I sometimes remember.
And then Bruin or Brywin, or however we're doing it, somewhere in between. Bruin Dapplebelt, he's a gnomish scholar of divination magic in particular, but he is from the local wizard college. He's got a beard and a pipe, and he's a gnome. He's great.
I love how much
sounded
thought
like
we put
Santa
into our
Claus.
characters in contrast to how much thought Natalie put into her character.
Yeah.
I was about to say, your description sounds pretty close to Santa Claus.
Santa Claus can't predict the future.
How do you think he does it, though? Anyway, go on.
Yeah, we pulled art from places. If you like the art, want to know where we got it, ask us. I found this art a long time ago, so I will try to re-find it and let you know where I got it. And other than that, if you have recognized any nursery rhyme fairy tales, go ahead and post those in the Twitch or in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube.
Oh, wait, so you've hidden things in here that are reminiscent of nursery rhymes?
Well, we already found Goldilocks. I've definitely found Red
Oh.
Riding Hood, Jack
Yes.
Horner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I love this. I'm sorry, guys. A little slow tonight, but I love this.
Natalie's world is expanding!
All right, we'll be back at 7:31. Thanks for joining in, everyone.
Yep.
I believe this is the part of the show where we get back on and we talk out of character to warm everyone back up to the idea of the stream before we actually start playing again.
Yeah. I have been busy.
I understand. There's not a live stream I've run that I actually get a 10-minute break.
Yeah, it's like that's your job this time, Dallas. Normally I'm the one who starts eating up this time.
Oh no, every time I'm running a game, something happens and I'm like, yes, let's cut to break. And then furiously work to figure out what the second half of the session is going to be.
Yep.
Without fail.
This was definitely one thing that I saw that could happen. I don't remember when I decided that it was going to be the thing that happened. I think it was while you're bandaging stuff.
Ah.
It was like there's gonna be a good time for them to come out and see clouds and.
I also rolled really bad on my bandage roll. Like, my bandage roll is 1d6 plus 9, and I got a 10.
Happens.
Also, in reference to your portent rolls,
Yeah.
Ruin,
Yeah.
can't you also replace enemies' rolls with those?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's
cool
why
bit.
he said that's gonna be them.
I was gonna say,
Or if you know
last
somebody-
time we played this scenario, I was a divination wizard, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you can replace enemy rolls. You can replace, I think, friends rolls too.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think it's
Any
literally
roll.
Any roll,
As long as it's called before the roll happens.
as long as it's called before the roll happens. Okay.
Well, so it's actually for things like that I get on to people about rolling before I tell them to roll, or like assuming things hit or miss. Like, no, tell me the numbers so that we can go through the proper order of play so your friends who have abilities to change these things can change these things.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And that's something. If I roll before saying what's happening and you want to use it, that's definitely on me, and I'll allow you to use it.
Okay. I'll try to keep it in mind. Just so that, and I'll mark somewhere on here.
Yeah, but technically, I think the rule is that you have to call it before.
You have to call your shot.
I believe we are back, if we're ready to get back to the things.
I have not heard Natalie yet.
Oh, I'm here.
Ah, cool. Can you roll me an initiative, please?
Oh, yeah.
Jacobs is a little slow on the initiative,
Forgot about that.
despite having +2 dexterity.
There you go.
All right. 11. And I think that is everyone.
Looks like it.
All right. So, Brywin, you're up first. You just saw this young girl get thrown against a building by a wave. Is currently prone, and a giant spider kind of surfing in on the wave into town as well.
Okay, so like, what direction is the spider? I mean, I guess it's surfing in on. So is it all like kind of in this direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Can
so
you not see the spider?
I can see the spider, but
Okay.
it is definitely like traveling southbound.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
No, it's leaving. Don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, see ya.
Oh, that's
Uh,
one person we didn't
yeah,
have.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like going down like a different street or something. All right. I am actually. I'm probably going to. Let me see here. Noting that I am going to where is that? Need to see what the can't remember the range on. Okay, it's 120 feet. That's fine. So this is okay. What's this thing in front of us here? Like immediately in front of us.
That's like a little outside dining area.
Oh, okay. So it's like a bench
The
and some
bench
chairs.
and a
Yeah.
table. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to probably hop up on top of that, get over kind of to the end, and then I'm actually going to hold my action um until I can tell like if this spider is moving to attack someone.
All right.
Let's see. I think I would like to start with a perception check on the spider.
A perception check on the spider. You mean an insight check on the spider?
But actually, yeah, I do. Insight check on the spider.
Okay.
Vibe check.
I kind of would like to see a details about it. It's a different color than I'm used to. So, and with it being those colors, I was wondering if I could see maybe some ice forming at the tips of its legs that would keep it above water. Or if it had any kind of power.
Okay. You can definitely tell that this thing has pretty far widespread legs, very thin, so like it's able to walk on this water. Um, but also with that, you can tell that this thing is here for dinner.
Oh. Brylin, it looks hungry.
Noted. Action is held.
With that, and knowing its intent, sorry, Will. Do I still have an action, or was that kind of it?
Oh, you still have an action and movement.
Okay, okay.
I usually let insight unless I feel like it's something that would take a while to see. It's a free action to do an insight
great.
over perception.
Okay. Ari will follow Bryman's lead and move to here. Then, oops. Oh, I just put my whole screen down. Let's not do that. Okay. Um, she will then cast Thunder Wave, kind of knock him off balance.
You do realize that Thunder Wave is like a 15-foot box out in front of
Wait,
you.
is it bot?
Yeah.
Oh, it's out in front of. It's out from me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh no, never mind.
don't
That
try.
won't work. Okay. I thought it was like a point that I could choose. Okay, let's see.
Ah,
Oh.
time traveling.
Divination wizards.
Not sure how we got 2 on the map, but
The same way there were 2 Jacobs on the map a minute ago, but I deleted one of them.
Okay. In that case, then she will actually. Wait, can we see the girl on the clock tower?
the girl's not on the clock tower. She kind of hit the back side of the clock tower.
Oh.
Like she's on the ground behind the clock.
Oh. Okay. All right. Hold on. Was the area flooded?
After the initial wave, the water's
It's
only
just
like
kinda-
probably 2.5, 3 inches deep.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. Cool.
It definitely still is raining and storming, though. I do not have sound effects like Dallas. Sorry.
Oh no,
Rude.
it's fine. Ha ha ha.
Did that work?
Brilliantly.
What I was thinking isn't gonna work. Wait, how much movement do I have?
Humans have 30 feet.
Yes, thank you. So moves and okay. She's going to move. Can I move again?
Yeah, you can. take
You
the
can
movement.
move up to 20 more feet.
Okay, I can move up to 20 more feet. Cool. I'm gonna do that.
And if you want to move more, you can use a dash action.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to I guess she's kind of just unconscious and laying on the ground.
Not unconscious, knocked prone, a little bit dazed after.
Little bit dazed.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cast Magic Circle around her and tell her, stay in this circle. You will be safe here.
Okay, could you just click on Magic Circle so we
Yep.
can see it real quick?
Yep, it's coming. Okay. Good. There. It worked.
Nope.
I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There it is.
10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder, magical energy.
Yeah, I meant to, okay, with that, no, that was inside. I
So-
meant to roll.
oh, go ahead.
I thought I had. Okay. Okay. Miss.
The question right now is, are you choosing celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead?
I guess so.
Yeah, you have to choose a type of creature.
Oh, will it not include regular people?
No, it's magic.
I was gonna say, are
Oh.
spiders a type of creature?
I mean, it is. I just don't really want to protect a spider.
No, it's against. It's
Oh,
what
it's
kind of
against?
creature- yes, it's what kind of creature is it? Is it
Yeah.
cannot enter the circle? Celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead.
Oh, okay. Well then, yes, a spider.
That's not a type on there.
Sorry. The spell says that you have to choose celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Fiend, I guess? Sorry, this is a new stuff. Would that be correct?
I'm sorry, I think Natalie cut out.
Did I?
Yeah.
Right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Would fiend be correct for the spider?
It would not.
Oh my gosh. What is a spider?
Not what
This
is a
is
spider.
some
What is this
predictions.
spider?
What is this spider?
Oh, it's in an.
Did she cut out for anyone else or just
Yeah,
me?
she did.
Yeah.
Is it an elemental? Am I still cutting out?
You know what? As a bonus action, I will let you change it every turn.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So currently, it will protect from elementals.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be a
Next
good one.
insight check.
All right. Spider is going to disappear.
Ah.
What? No, we can't have this.
Wait, what?
No. We cannot do this, Casey.
And being wary of big glowing magic circles, it's going to pop up over here and try to take a bite out of.
Does that count as movement?
I don't know.
Like I have. I
Does
mean,
Now what?
I mean, I was holding my action for when it moved, but if it disappeared, I could probably say it might
I was
take
going
a
to
little
say,
bit.
if you want to take your action before it attacks, you can.
Okay. Yeah, it would probably take a little minute for a bit for Ruin to adjust. So I think the spider would probably get its turn first.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 19 probably hits you, Ari.
Let me see. Yes. Yes. Hey, question. Is my armor class supposed to be 11 or 16?
Probably.
Your armor class is supposed to be 16, unless you have your shield out, and then it's 18.
Okay. I'm gonna change that to 16.
And could you please make a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That is a crit success on the con save.
Luckily, it was that way and not the other way around.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you find that whether it's having prayed right before this and being right next to the temple or what, but this spider's poison is not affecting you. Please take 10 piercing damage, but no poison damage.
Oh, okay.
But now I would definitely say that Brywin would have seen this happen and would be able to take his
And
action if
would-
you would like.
Yes, and we would like. Gracious. We're probably going to we're going to cast Scorching Ray and probably probably open up with it at 3rd level.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So that's going to be. It's just more beams, right?
I believe so.
And you create one
I don't
additional
usually
ray.
play fire casters. I usually play support casters, so I don't know a lot
okay.
of these.
Create one additional ray each slot above 2nd level. Okay, yeah. So instead of 3 rays, it's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I just needed to know how many I was rolling. Okay, so Scorching Ray. We're gonna go 1. We're gonna go 2. Ooh, we're gonna go 3.
That is
We're
a
gonna go 4.
23, a 27, a 13, and a 14. The 27 was a
wow.
critical success.
Yep. So that is 4 hits, including 1 critical.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. I love that. Okay, so for this, it's going to be. This will be. So 7. We'll do this guy and this guy and.
7's just your lucky number.
Sure. So
So
yeah.
that's-
So
38 damage.
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
21. It's a. Yeah.
That.
And that is.
That is a dead spider.
Whoa, good.
Okay.
It
got the jump on me.
We having a bit of a Bobby there, Dapplebelt.
Shelby stands up and grabs a little wooden sword that was in her pocket and says, where's the other one?
Other one?
What other one? Ari asked.
There were 2 chasing me, weren't there?
Hi. Hey, Doc and Brywan, we might have another spider around.
Jorn, would you like
if
to-
you said doctor, both mine and Kevin's characters would respond.
Yeah.
This is great.
Wait, don't mind, student.
They both say yes,
Yes.
give each other glares.
Oh, this is great.
Jorn, would you like to do anything?
I would, because presumably there is a second spider. If the girl is to be believed, and so Yoren is going to start by taking off his backpack, because I have no intention of trying to dance around town with a crowbar, a hammer, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, a water skin, and a sleeping pad on my back. When there's a tavern right here and the door's open and I can just kick it inside. I am then going to take my loaded crossbow and I'm going to wander up this direction. About 30 feet, pointing it the way that the spider came from. Do I see anything?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I can do that. That is an 18.
So you don't see anything, but you did hear some rattling coming from a drain pipe over here.
Dallas is squinting, but Jacobs doesn't have any reason to squint at that particular stimulation. Taking the dash action as a bonus action, I would like to move over here and check out this drain pipe.
Okay. there is definitely something moving inside the drain pipe, coming down.
Oh my gosh. See a bitsy spider.
Like I said, Dallas is squinting, but Jacobs doesn't have any reason to. Jacobs is going to point his crossbow at wherever the drain pipe lets out and wait.
All right. Well, at the top of the round, the other one does pop back up. And is kind of investigating this circle thing, where a swarm of spiders comes out of a few of the drain pipes.
Oh, more nightmares.
I believe you readied an action.
That is correct. I am, even if it is futile, I am going to fire my crossbow at this swarm of spiders.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the 15. I didn't see it pop up. Yes, a 15 does hit.
I said it almost as soon as it popped up, so don't feel bad. That is 8 of the piercing damage.
Well, it definitely goes and sticks itself through a few of the spiders, but
Excellent.
you're realizing that a small piercing weapon is probably not doing a whole lot.
It was the action I readied.
Yeah. Casey knows this.
Oh.
They appeared.
If as a free action I can yell, Professor, fire!
Don't know if I have another one of those in me.
So we have some spiders that are moving in. And this one is going to stay right about here.
Of course it is.
Can I move that? Yeah, there. Now we can see your character. Or is it better if you see the spiders? I don't know. And they are going to try to bite you. Does a 13 hit?
Yes, just barely. My armor class is 13.
Alright, please take 11 piercing damage.
Ow! That is a third of my hit points.
It hurts, doesn't it?
Come on, Al. You're a
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I would like to, if I can, use my uncanny dodge to half that damage.
Yes, you can.
Does it get half to 5 or 6?
I don't know. You're kind to us in our games, so
Sometimes.
we'll play it rounds down.
Natalie's, it hurts, doesn't it? I'm gonna be living on that for about a week.
Mm.
All right. That is Little Spider's turn. And then it is back to Brywin, sorry.
Okay. I do want to take I don't know exactly what you would call this in terms of action economy, but I want to try and determine basically what the nature of these spiders are. I have, just given all of the evidence that we've collected today, I have a sneaking suspicion they're related to the Fae, but Is there any kind of check that I can make that I might be able to confirm that?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay. A 10, which means I rolled a 3.
Yeah. They are spiders.
Yeah,
You,
they
you
teleport.
can see a slight glow around them,
Mm.
but with the 10, you don't know what that means.
Okay. I think he'd probably I don't know,
Or at least
one.
around the large spider.
Yeah, I'm mostly focusing on the large spider. I think he would probably say this might be related to some Fey portal in the area. That's the only thing that I have to go on so far.
Ah, good. I'll try that next.
Okay. Then we're going to do we're actually going to do a minor illusion, and I'm going to kind of put up a just like in this square right here, just like a 5-foot. I can draw it. Just like a little 5-foot stone wall, and it looks like it just comes up out of the ground, like this, and comes up and it stands about 5 feet tall, and I'm gonna hide behind it.
Okay. There's a 5-foot stone wall.
Awesome. Yes.
An illusionary 5-foot stone wall.
Oh!
Oh no.
Clever.
All right, Ari, you're up.
All right. Ari is going to use Sacred Flame on these guys. Oh, hold on. Let me change that. These guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I should get back to the chat, shouldn't I?
I guess so.
Oh, that's a save.
Yeah.
And that
It does require they do need to do an X save.
which they
Oh.
did succeed.
Oh.
So you shoot off your bolt of light, and they scatter, and they come back together.
Does it mean no damage, or does it?
As a cantrip, yes, it means no damage.
Oh, damage. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, I get Sacred Flame and Guiding Bolt confused sometimes.
Yep.
Yep.
Lots of people do.
Yeah.
Which is why I saw the 13 and was like, oh no, that's damage. That's not an attack roll.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think we'll do the circle against the Fey creatures. Can I change that circle this round?
Like I said, since you really didn't know what the spell was whenever we were creating your character, I'm going to let you change it as a bonus action.
Okay. Then we'll take my bonus action to change it to Fey creatures.
Yeah, just know that when you're playing with other people, that's definitely not how the spell works.
Okay.
Acknowledgement to all the YouTubers out there who say that you can't change it. I do recognize that. having like stuck its toe in the first time, the spider tries to get in. I can't remember what happens when it tries to get in.
I believe the text on the spell said if the spell is attuned to repel the creature, then the creature cannot willingly enter the space. I believe that is
Cool.
the text.
Yep. So it is going to start heading around. Sees that its little children are eating. There's a wall there. So looks like it's coming at Ari again.
Great. I set myself up for this.
That will not hit though, because that is a 7.
Oh yeah, no, we dodged that easily.
Yeah.
And you see Shelby come up with her sword and just start whacking.
There's Shelby.
Oh, sorry. The little red-haired girl.
Oh, okay.
The adventurous sloth.
Non-Shelby.
little red
hair.
Yeah. Sorry, I see the nameplate, and I've had her in several games before.
You can
Sure.
make those visible to us if you want,
Yeah, but you guys haven't even learned her name.
you know.
True, we have not.
She's rolling better than I am.
So, yeah. She is just whacking away at these spiders, smushing as many as she can. And Yorin, you're up.
How much water did you say was on the ground?
2.5, 3 inches.
And the spiders are functionally crawling all over me, yes?
Yes.
So what would I need to roll to stop, drop, and roll like I am in a grade school drill?
Let's roll an acrobatics. That sounds about right.
Have a whopping +2 on that.
As a rogue?
Yes!
Oh my gosh, these are not the best.
All of my
rolls.
skills and expertise are all heady skills. Like, my intelligence and wisdom are the same as my dexterity.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you successfully get about half the spiders off.
Okay, well, I'm
Because you've laid down and caught several of them underwater, but the rest of them, after seeing that, kind of figured out what was happening.
Fair enough. Is that my entire turn, or do I get anything else?
You would definitely still have a bonus action at least.
Well, as a bonus action, I am going to dash over there.
Okay. So in that case, I think we will do this and split the HP.
Rude.
Come on, we just said that you got about half of them off.
That
of
is
you.
true. That is true. Alright, that's all I got.
All right. Little spiders gonna make their way over to Ruin and Yorn and Shelby. Little spiders. Got Ruin. No, the ones that were knocked off kind of choked on some water, I guess, and did not actually make it to you. And
Oh. And they died on the journey.
yeah,
You're
Like,
welcome.
they drowned.
It's excellent. Yeah. Awesome.
The ones on Yorn did not roll well. Does an 11 hit you?
It does not. I have an AC of 13.
And Shelby's not afraid of spiders. Anytime they get close, she just hits that wooden sword on the ground and they scatter.
I admire Shelby.
All right, and we're back to the top with Brywin.
Yeah. Let's see here.
The professor.
I am going to. Let's see here. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Does it have to make sense?
No, this is fine. I'm going to from behind my little illusory wall, I'm going to cast magic missile at Big Mama Spider.
All right.
Go. Hey, put. And we'll just do that at just a normal first level. Go.
So we need 2 more?
Yes, so 2 more. Here and there.
Alright, 11 total.
Kind of clenching his fist and blowing on it, and then releasing it in the direction of the spider, and they all just kind of pew pew pew.
Yep. Definitely caught the spider off guard because it was not paying attention to anything behind a wall.
Exactly.
You didn't actually take action to hide, did you? I don't remember.
I don't recall that I mean, I said I was.
No, because you cast the wall last time.
Yeah, I cast it, and it is a minor illusion is a full action, and
Yeah.
I don't.
And you're not a rogue.
I'm not a rogue, so I can't bonus action. So, well, there's that. I cast it in front of me.
Yeah, so
And
you cast it, and the
standing
spider
behind it.
does turn to see you.
Oh, and I try and I will use my movement to let me see how far I can actually get. Because I can move. Yeah, I can get back there. I will kind of like try and kite it away this way.
All right, Ari, you're up.
All right. Is the spider still slightly distracted?
It depends what you mean by slightly distracted. It turned and saw.
Okay, so while his face is turned, I'm going to Ari will pull out her mace and whack it. Do I get advantage on that in any way?
No, it is not that distracted.
Not that distracting. Okay, well, she's still gonna whack him. Oh, wait, no, that is a 17.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
17 is a
And
solid
then-
whack.
Although rolling a 1 on your d6
Is not great.
Yeah, no. Can I follow that up with a slash from the hand axe?
Maces aren't light, I don't think, right? And
Okay.
it has to be light to do two-handed. Does anyone recall that rule?
let
Typically,
me
that is
find-
rules as written.
How
Yeah.
heavy is this one?
The way I generally play it, I don't know if this is correct, is if the weapon has the one-handed property, you can make an offhand attack, but the offhand weapon has to have the light property, or you can't carry it in your offhand.
Okay, well, I don't think hand axes have light either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, Natalie. I
Okay,
can't push that one.
that's fine. She will. Let's see. She will pull her shield out though.
Okay. And you will get a chance for an opportunity attack if you would like.
Oh, okay.
Because
I-
your little 2 damage bonk is not going to distract it back.
Okay. Well, mm,
So if you would like to bonk it again, you may.
okay, I'm gonna bunk it again.
Oh, that is a much bigger bonk.
Much better
Oh,
bonk
yes.
with a
Bonk.
great
Oh,
success.
It bonked. It did bonk.
Yeah,
10 damage.
like
Nice.
it turns completely away from you, and you hit it, and it runs away from you after that.
All right.
And
That's better.
and it is going to try its bite attack against Brywin.
Except he's gonna roll a 5.
Okay, nice.
So I have foreseen it.
Yes, that was a nice call. And I take it a 9 does not hit.
A 9 does not hit. No,
Okay,
it kind of trips over its own feet, like I had a feeling it would, and it kind of falls over itself a little bit, and I'm able to get out of the way.
very nice. Shelby is going to proceed as per usual.
Hey.
Just
Oh my
whacking away at these spiders.
Shelby's already done more damage this fight than I have.
Uh-huh.
It's
Wow.
fine.
And Yorin.
So,
Shelby's actually like giving you a little look. Wow. Like you're running away from these spiders that are on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to try to creatively destroy these spiders.
Okay.
If I try to pat myself down, squishing each individual spider, I am aware that is not an efficient way to kill spiders, but I'm also out of ideas.
Okay.
What do I need to roll for that?
Roll. First roll a unarmed.
So that's strength. I am not proficient. But that is a critical success.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey.
Please
Okay,
roll me a 1d12.
A 1d12. I can do that. 'Cause I know how dice work. That's a 2.
So, not great. Like, it wasn't awesome, but you definitely got some of them.
Excellent. With that having been
Is your strength positive?
my strength is not positive.
Okay, well then, yeah, we won't add your strength.
My strength is a -1. With the spider situation diminishing slowly, I am going to take a look at Ari because I know she took at least one hit while I was standing in the door. How is Ari looking?
Natalie, that would be you. How's Ari feeling?
Oh, Ari is let's see. she's not. She's lost about 10 hit points, so she's not terrible right now. No.
I am gonna move towards Ari. If Ari's shield is still up, I am going to walk through it. I don't know how or if that is going to affect the spiders.
I don't know. Ari's shield is still up, so.
Casey. Oh, wise and benevolent DM.
What would your spell DC be if it was Dex?
If it was Dex, 13.
The spiders fall off.
Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Excellent.
They didn't take any damage, but the spiders did fall off.
Whew. Thank you, Ari. That shield got me in a much better place. Let me see if I can get that for you. I'm going to whip out of my messenger bag that I did not set down with my backpack.
Jacobs, it's just a scratch. We have spiders to tend to.
Could get infected. I'm gonna whip out a salve, and I'm gonna dab just a little bit into each of the holes left by that initial spider bite. Healing for 12. Which I can do as a bonus action.
So, well, thank you, Jacobs.
Of course. I see you, Basket. I see you. A dab will do ya. Yep. That's my turn. That is the entirety of my turn.
All right. Well, as continuing to not move, spiders are going to crawl right back up.
Of course they are. I'd have been disappointed if they didn't.
And that is the wrong spider. They are not going to do that to you. Does a 16 hit you?
A 16 does hit me.
Okay. So please take 3 piercing damage as the spiders were not very happy and so are crawling more into crevices.
That is offensive and rude.
And you also hear a scream as Shelby goes down, spiders just swarming her face. She took that moment to look at you, and that was the moment that they needed. So Shelby is down and unconscious.
Shelby.
These guys are going to move closer. And Brywin, it's your turn.
Great. That's sarcastic. Things are not great. Okay. Seems like my services may be needed elsewhere. And Brywin is going to bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
So bonus action, he just kind of brings his hands together in a clap and is surrounded by shimmery mist, and he gets to teleport up to 30 feet away. I can get in fact, I may just end up kind of over at Ari's feet. So we will just teleport that way over there. And then so These spiders are on. They're covering Yorin.
Correct.
Okay.
Just do it. He can
No.
take the fire.
You
Uh,
could just
don't
set
wanna-
him on fire.
All right. Just to get him off of you, that's the most pertinent thing. And he would see it that
Do
way.
it.
And he's
He
like,
can take the
okay.
fire.
He just holds his breath and he says, "Sorry about this." And
Oh, you
he's-
really?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it just a little.
Yeah. No, not really. I don't like casting firebolt on people I'm traveling with. Gracious. So yeah, he will cast firebolt. Oh my god, no! No!
I
And that was the end of Yorin Jacobs.
The wrong way.
can tell you that you most definitely have destroyed every spider on Jacobs.
Will you allow the crit to I get a brief amount of meta magic and spell shape?
Let's say give Jacobs
Or can I turn
Hey.
that roll? No, I didn't
Is
call it.
there like a save you can do?
I would like to give Jacobs a dex save to fall down and put the fire out as quickly as possible.
We are standing in rain.
And I still haven't used my uncanny dodge this round.
That's
Yep, so take half instead of, or take regular versus the double from the save, and then you can use your
Uncanny dodge
Other-
if it's dangerous. How much damage are you doing with that firebolt, my friend?
We'll see. So it would be 17 normally.
So I would be taking 11, and I definitely am going to half that with my uncanny dodge.
Okay. Sorry, that was a little stronger than I intended.
As long as you got the spiders, not very picky. I know how to treat a burn, it's not the first time.
Still,
With
it's not very
rainwater.
professional of me.
Anything else for your turn, Brywin?
Let's see here. I
Can
will.
you fry any more friends?
Fry your friends!
No, that is most certainly not the goal. I will. I think this was I will probably also try and move back behind here and try and get my spells ready for whatever's coming around the next bend.
All right. Ari, you're up.
Alright. He is going to. Alright. Let me get back to my
Wait,
page.
for real?
She's going to use Sacred Flame on Shelby spiders.
Okay. So that's a dex save again.
Yes, it is.
A 10 does not beat it, I don't think. I hope
Oh.
not.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, pull it. Click this spell and pull it up.
Yeah, 10
It's
does
a
not.
DC 14.
So we're gonna have some damage.
Yep, that's 12 radiant damage.
Oh, it already had it. Okay, yeah.
And you
Right.
see that most of those spiders were knocked out.
Okay, nice. Alright. It's weird when they're just all little clusters.
And Ari, you attacked the spiders that are swarming Shelby?
I did, yes. Very good. And you will also. Do I have another action?
You have a bonus
I
action.
have a bonus action. Okay. And do I have a movement?
Yes.
Okay. So Shelby's spiders are on her, correct?
They had gotten on her. They are currently climbing off of her to find their next target.
Okay. Let's see. So, oops. She will move. Ari, move. Yeah. She'll move here. Oops. She'll move here, and well, what is that? What can I? Can I use my mace as a bonus action?
No.
No.
Oh, darn. Shoot. What can I do? Hmm. Um, yeah, that may just be it.
All right. Big Just coming back. Coming in for a bite on Ari.
He rolls a 12.
I've
Okay.
got my shield up still. He rolls a 12.
Yeah, I'm using that as my second portent.
Yep, and you did say that you have your shield out. So that is going to be a miss, because that's a 16.
Right. Okay. Right.
Frustrated, it like moves its oh, I don't even know what they're called. Fangs together? Makes a little noise.
Mandibles? Is that what you're looking for?
Sure,
Yeah,
mandibles.
I think
Yeah.
that's close.
Yeah.
And Shelby's going to roll in secret. And Yorn, you're up.
Well, it's not the most intelligent thing, but I think everyone knows what Yoren's going to do.
Heal the spider.
I'm going to bonus action disengage,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm already on the ground, crawl away from the spider, and try to, well, I don't have to try. I'm going to stabilize and add 1 hit point to Shelby using my healer. Feats.
Okay.
And 1 charge of my healer's kit. Mostly I'm going to brush the spiders off of her and really just pop open some smelling salts to wake her up. Because I'm assuming she passed out from the pain.
Yeah.
Really just going to startle her awake. Right now, on your feet. Gotta get away from the spiders, out of the rain. And that is all of my action ability.
All right. Swarm of spiders. We have one that has made its way to... Actually, now Brywin's the closest one.
Ha-ha!
So, Brywin, we need to see If a 13 hits you.
A 13 does hit me.
Okay, well then please take 6 piercing damage.
Ugh. Bastards, get off me.
What is that? 2/3 your total vitality?
That's the person who runs away from its problems.
I'm a little more durable than that. And it didn't hit you. I knew it wouldn't.
The spiders that just got brushed off Shelby are going to the brusher because they don't like that.
Of course. I knew this was going to happen, but I swore an oath.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Please take 4 piercing damage.
Ow.
Don't kill our dog.
And you guys also see
No.
Who's
No,
afraid
no,
of Big
no.
Bad Wolf? Big Bad Wolf.
spiders emerging from drain pipes.
Again?
This is Little Miss Muffet. Well, oh no!
Yep, we're not finishing them fast enough.
This is,
They're respawning faster than we can kill them, lads!
Brywin, you're up.
Okay, it's me. Let me
Against
check
the world.
something. Hmm. Well, let's see here. How is this spider looking?
It is not looking very hot.
Okay,
Of course not. It's an ice spider.
I think we're going to cast Sleep
Okay.
and try and put this boy and maybe some of these spiders to sleep. At least that are in the immediate vicinity, not the ones that just came out.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cast it at, what is it? How does it work? Higher levels, you can add 2 more d8s. It's, wait a minute, how many slots do I have left? Cast it at level 1. 21 hit points.
All right. And where are you centering that?
I can center it anywhere within 20 feet of me, right?
I think you can center it anywhere within 90 feet of you, and it's like a 20-foot radius.
And it's a 20-foot radius. Okay, I'm probably going to center it about the center of the cluster is about here.
Okay.
So, big spider being the priority, and I don't know if it knocks out any of the other ones.
First, this one falls asleep. And then that one falls asleep. All right. Ari, you're up.
Yep, and I'll try to defend myself from the rest of these.
Natalie?
Oh, did we lose her?
Oh no!
Natalie is no longer in the Discord.
Whoops.
Do we know if Natalie's coming back to the Discord?
I'm a check.
Please do.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have ways of contacting now. So how's Jacob's holding up? I can't see his health bar. There's too much happening over there.
I just passed below half health.
Sounds like we might want to wrap this up.
Nah, we're fine. I still haven't used my self-heal on myself yet. No, the way this character built, I was actually really pleased. Like, there's not a lot of hidden tricks. Like, it's very much what you see is what you get. But, like, he holds himself up in most situations. He's got a solid heal in his back pocket. All the normal tricks of a rogue, even though because I'm not specializing in them, I'm not quite as good at them.
Yeah, as long as you're given a healer's kit.
Yeah, as long as I have the healer's kit, I have a nice little set. Not only a nice little set of tricks, but a really fun character concept to center around. Where like I'm the medic.
Yeah. While we're waiting, would you like to tell our audience how you build a combat medic if they are interested?
Sure. So, I saw a TikTok talking about the character concept, which is where it started, and I definitely filled in some details for myself. But they recommended you go rogue. The only other way I would see that might be better is to actually go fighter, because action surge would be incredibly useful. And if you went championship fighter, having a high crit range could be explained as understanding anatomy and knowing where to hit to get better criticals. But basically, it's centered around the healer feat, which allows me to use a medic kit to not only when I stabilize people with the medicine kit, which is what medicine kits can normally do, they get 1 hit point instead of being stabilized at 0, so they regain consciousness. But then also, once per person per short rest, I can heal them for 1d6 plus 4 plus their level. Which, since we're level 5, turns into 1d6 plus 9. So that's a pretty solid heal. Cure Wounds is only 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier, so it's right up there on the same level.
No, it's much better than that.
It doesn't scale terribly well, because like the dice never gets bigger. And I can't just like cast it at a higher level. And the weakness of it is, it only works once per person per short rest, so I can't spam heal the same person. But on a team comp like this one, where a lot of the damage is being spread out, we don't really have a central tank figure. It works fairly well. I really like it as a character. It's really fun to play.
Well, I just got a text. They're having network connection issues.
Oof.
So Natalie is restarting her computer.
Ah.
As forewarned, before we started today, we may or may not experience technical issues, and we apologize for this. And... Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That was quick. Oh, but can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yay! Okay. Sorry, we had to restart there.
That
Gotta get back into Roll20 right quick.
Watching the Roll20. It's okay. We filled it with Dallas's character build because it's a very unique character build.
Great.
I see a name pop up.
Ha 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 ha.
Almost there.
Oh, there's
And I don't have
Stanley.
all the fancy lighting stuff on it, so it shouldn't take too long to load.
Okay, great.
Unlike someone else in the room who always does the stupid lighting stuff.
I was gonna say, usually that's reversed though. Normally all my maps have the super lighting stuff.
Okay, alright. Let me move this to where we are. Okay. Alright. So is it my turn? Or
Yes.
Ari's turn?
Don't attack the one right in front of you. It has been put to sleep.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Alright. I was thinking about using cold lightning on him.
I was gonna say, you're more than welcome to. You know it doesn't have many hit points if it was put to sleep.
Oh, it does it? Okay.
That is how the sleep spell works. It attacks. It's not a save. It attacks their hit points, and if they don't have enough hit points to stay awake, they fall asleep.
Yep.
Okay, or maybe I should just hit it with my mace or something. Would that make enough?
Do whatever you think is necessary.
Alright, we're just gonna finish this guy off for today.
All right, and let's see that spell description. Class.
Whew, call
You are fighting in a storm, so it does get an extra D10.
Oh, great. So, I need to roll a d10?
This would have been a really good one to start everything off with.
Yeah, that could work too.
It's been a great
Yeah, now that I think
opener.
about
You're
it.
using that now.
Well, we're ending on a good note here, guys.
Excellent.
Alright, do I need to roll another d10?
You do not need to roll another D10. This
Okay.
guy had 9 hit points left.
Oh, okay, got it.
And so you do finish that guy off.
Yeah.
And when you finish it off, you see that a lot of the town is bathed in sunlight. Except for now a 120-foot diameter storm. And once all the sun comes out, the spiders start going up the drains.
Great.
While this is happening, may I take an action?
Yes, you may take an action.
I am going to use another charge of my healer's kit. I'm going to pull a small wrapped piece of chocolate out of my bag and give it to the little girl. And say, "You were very brave there. What's your name? I'm Yorin."
My name's Shelby. I'm a warrior.
Well, warriors have to keep their strength up. Try this then. And that chocolate is going to heal her for 14.
She takes it, pops it in her mouth, and gives a good, that's good. So when are we going to face the next ones?
Well, I recommend that we figure out why that rain suddenly disappeared before we go wandering off too far.
Preferably after a short rest.
What,
Wow.
you sleepy already?
Not used to that much exertion outside of a demonstration in a classroom.
Okay, well, Professor can get his naps if he needs them.
Kind of rolls his eyes at you and goes to look for his pipe.
Ari, could you make me a quick perception check?
Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
Well, at least it wasn't during combat.
Brywin, could you please make me a perception check?
Sure. I'll probably puff on my pipe and survey the scene. That is an 8.
Oh, wow. We're not a perception here. Why don't yours do that?
Yorn?
Third time's the charm?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go.
Critical
Perfect.
success.
Make a perception check.
You're welcome.
So, Yorn, you and Shelby have been talking, and you see the others, like, walking around and stuff, and under Ari's foot, you see what looks to be a piece of paper in the water.
Hey there. Where'd you get that scrap?
What's that?
The one under your foot, Ari.
Again, carry scraps under my feet. Okay. Oh. And Reed bends down and picks it up. And opens it.
Well, you don't really open it because
Well,
it's a scrap of paper, but
or she looks at it.
yes.
Insight check, I guess? Or
I mean, you can just read it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
just trying to read it. What does it say?
yeah. And there definitely was more on the page before it got trampled on. But you see on it, and the sun came out and dried up all the rain, and all the little spiders went up the spout again.
Yeah, this seems to be a nursery rhyme.
Probably taking a couple of puffs on his pipe. Brywin would mention, can I see that a little bit closer?
Sure. I
And
hand it to him.
he would cast Detect Magic on it.
This is Detect Magic current magic, or is it?
I'll throw it in the chat. Or in the...
Duration
in the-
says okay. So, as you cast Detect Magic, you see the last bits of Conjuration Magic disappearing from the page.
Interesting.
Something catch your eye, Professor.
Appears that there is some magic afoot. That's him puffing on his pipe.
eerily.
Someone or something is responsible for some sort of conjuration in the form of some poetry, nursery rhyme.
I have retrieved my flask from my bag and am sipping on it and making noises to the professor.
Yeah.
like, seems like
I
all
would
this
say,
thing-
and he kind of looks around, and he'd probably make an investigation check on the corpse, particularly of the big spiders.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot to say. The corpse of the big spiders vanished
They've just
with the
melted,
rain.
They just melted away.
Yep.
Or, yeah, no, I don't think I need to say that that doesn't normally happen.
Nothing left for the coroner.
It is problematic.
Well, there's something afoot. He'll probably
You hear... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, he would probably at that point turn to the little girl and say, "Excuse me, miss. Would you happen to know if anything like this typically happens in your town?"
This is the first I've seen. One of my friends, Robert, he said that there's big wolves around, but he always says that there's wolves, so no one believes him anymore.
Dun dun
This is me
dun.
This is me chuckling.
Oh, that's great.
Bruin would simply just furrow his brow at that.
Bruin.
But anyway, you said something about nursery rhymes. I like nursery rhymes and stories.
Have you heard this one? And I'll just read it to her from the page.
Yes, that's the end of Sir Nighty McNightface and the Giant Spiders.
So Nighty McNightface and the giant spiders. Have I heard? Is this a tale? Is this a book?
It's from a book that I have. It's all about Sir Nighty McNightface. I want to be just like him. I'm gonna be a strong warrior and defeat all the bad things.
Well, if you work your if you perform half as well as you did in this battle, I'm sure you're well on your way.
Shelby, what's through your book?
I don't have my book.
Is it lost? Is it at your home? Could we everything
Please
together?
roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Here we go. Wish it were the 18, but it's a 6, so.
I don't know if I can tell you. I don't want to get in trouble. And she kind of folds her arms and looks down at the ground.
May Yorin try to step in with his bedside manner.
Yorn is most definitely willing to try to say something to her. What would Yorn say?
Yorin's gonna kneel down onto her level and say, "Hey there. I talked with your dad. He was worried about you. Can we escort you home?"
Okay. Can you roll persuasion with advantage, please? Especially with that chocolate gift.
Well, and persuasion happens to be one of the things I have expertise in because bedside manner.
Nice.
And Shelby says, okay, but could you not mention the book to my dad? I was playing in the basement, and I heard people coming, and I thought it was him, and so I ran out and I left the book down there.
And then it got sacked. Yeah, we heard.
I'm not supposed to go down in the basement, so please don't tell my dad.
That's alright, we won't tell him a thing. Now, where's your house?
It's right this way. And she leads you off to her house, and that is where we will call it for the night.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
Whee! Except the dead spiders won't come with you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
you
you.
wanna sing us out, Casey, and I'll turn the stream off?
Oh, there's a outing too?
Usually we have a little outro. We tell people to wash their hands, take care of themselves. Thanks for joining us. Come back next week.
Yeah. All that Dallas just said, because that's what we say. And thanks for stopping in and watching.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a wonderful night.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Bye.